Yes guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FIFA 21 Road to Glory. Today we're on to episode 18 and it is part 2 of grinding for that Hector Bellerin card. So in today's video at the start here, you can see we are doing Sami Khedira. So it was a player that I was iffing and amming about for ages basically. I didn't know if I wanted to do him or not, but he fits the team that I have currently. And being a German in the Serie A, he's one of those cards that links squads together. He only cost me about 60k, if that. So I think it's worth it. The reason I've done it is I've done a Team of the Week pack. I've done it off camera because I've done it on my PC. And I got that Jordan Ayew and he was an untradeable duplicate and I couldn't get rid of him. So I thought it was best to basically just bite the bullet basically and get him done, because I don't want it to be like next week or a month's time and I'm like, why don't I have this Khedira? Like, I wish I'd done it. And to be honest, he's actually a decent card. I've not just done it for the sake of it. I've done it because I think he looks good and he could play centre back. He could be a really good centre back. He's got that 4-star weak foot and he's a really well-rounded card. People say about his acceleration a lot, but for me personally, that doesn't bother me. Like, it really doesn't bother me. So we opened the packs, and at that stage when that pack there just opened, I wasn't looking and I saw Polish and I instantly thought, oh, Szczesny or Lewandowski, because I thought they had fixed when you get a Champions League player. I thought now it's capped at 84 to still be aboard, but obviously it isn't. It must have just been in those packs. So yeah, we've got Khedira now and he is going to go into our main team. I don't know if you've seen it, but we did have Vidal and he's basically just swapped for him. So we've now sold our Vidal. We purchased his one to watch, so we've made a profit on him there and we've got Khedira. But yeah, we go into the gameplay. And I've still got it wrote down here. I believe today we've started on game 7. So we're halfway. We're doing alright. And at this stage now, I'm pretty sure I have all the objectives done. I'm just going for wins. So once again, the gameplay won't be so pretty, but I was just going for wins basically. I wanted it done as quick as possible. We scored such a nice second goal there of Rashford using that bridge skill move just to push it away from his defender to create the space. It worked really, really well. So we get our 7th win. 7 games and 7 wins. We haven't lost yet. Every game I'm showing you is every game I played. So it just shows you how well we actually done. So we go into game 8 and once again my opponent goes 1-0 up. For me here, Dani Ceballos shouldn't be scoring that. Or is this game 9? I think this might be... No, this is game 9 actually, guys. This is game 9. So yeah, my opponent actually goes 2 up as well. And I was thinking to myself, shall I quit? But I know I'm 2-0 down. But the things you can't see is that felt like the only 2 attacks he had. And I knew I was capable of beating this guy. So we stayed in it and we moved forward. Again, Che Adams doing really, really well. He just waits and waits, buys his time. And we get a nice little cut back to Douglas Luiz. And going back to Khedira, I've just used Douglas Luiz with 54 pace and or 66 pace. And he's a non-rare 75. And he was actually quite a fun card. I know he's only matching up against cards his level, but that's what I'm trying to say with the pace doesn't matter too much. As long as he can just pick it up and release it, then that's all I'm interested in. But we get it back to 2-2. Marcus Rashford tucks it into the bottom corner, a lovely finish, and then that's what I mean. Straight away, guys, we're back in this game, and like I'm just enjoying using these players, the players that aren't great, but we get through again with Antonio. We do the bridge skill move just to get forward. He keeps dragging his keeper to the left, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna hit this to the front post. And we end up going in here now when the halftime whistle goes, 3-2 up. So from 2-0 down, like I said, it felt like that was the only chances this kid had. And we end up turning it around in the first half. Yes, my 3 shots on target have gone in. I've got less possession. Every time I won it back, I felt like I was getting forward. And then, watch this. Let's just take a moment together to watch this. Rashford. Look at that. That is a 74 rated informed silver card. That finish was sensational. I scored that and I couldn't believe it. It's one of the nicest goals I think I've scored. This kid stays and then he gets to the 65th minute and he's like, you know what, I'm not staying in this. See you later. So 9 games, 9 wins, and without going back and looking, but I think we've had at least 6 or 7 rage quits. So it's, again, all of my shots on target went in, but it's clinical. We move into the next game and I see he has Rashford and a red Timo Werner. And at this stage, I am a little bit nervous, I'm not going to lie. I thought this could cause me some problems, but straight away again, it's us on the attack and Dan James, composure in the box, gets a nice little finish. And we go 2 up and the ref pulls it back for a penalty. And I was gutted because like he'd go at 2-0 here. So we get a penalty of Rashford and we do what I always do. Power, top bins, try and green time it. And luckily we did, because otherwise the keeper potentially would have saved that. And once again, somebody else hits that pause button. He's like, no thank you. And he goes. So that's 10 games, guys. And we've got 10 wins. And like I said just a minute ago, 6 or 7, maybe even 8 rage quits now. But 2 shots on that one. All we needed, 2-0, and he's out of there. So going to the next game against Gunfingers FC. And he's clearly doing the championship one. He's got okay players. I mean, they're nothing special, are they really? But we go forward again here. Nice bit of play. And we find Dan James at the back post to tap it in to put us 1-0 up within the 12th minute. And again, it's us. Like I said, here, bit scabby, I know, but at this stage, I just needed wins. And like I said, 1 or 2 up, people are gone. There's another game, 2-0 up, and this guy has paused it, and he has also had enough. He's like, no, you're okay. And then we move on into game 12. The team we come up against. Standard, I guess, the same you see. He's got a very, very average 77 rated team. And I was confident again. Like I said, 11 games, 11 wins. We go to game 12 and we start off well. We win another penalty. Again, maybe a little bit fortunate, but I do think it was a penalty. We change it to Marcus Rashford again. Bit of power. Top corner. Green time it again, luckily, and it goes in. So 1-0 up. I'm like, is he going to? But he doesn't. And this game here, guys, is where we are going to take our first loss. But I stay in it. I play the whole game because, again, I felt better than my opponent. He done the fake shot there. Paid off really nicely. I don't think that should be going in from that angle. I really don't. But it does. And he brings it back to 1-1. And then here, my opponent, a lovely through ball there. And it just cuts me open. I dragged the keeper a little bit, which I think if I didn't, he would have just ran through and squared it across anyway. So it doesn't matter too much. I think he would have scored. But again, my opponent, he's had the better of the ball. And this is when it annoyed me a little bit. Like, that's such a slow shot. In real life, the keeper's probably got time to even reposition his feet there and go to the left to save it. But he goes in, we pull one back, and like I said, we was on constant pressure, but I just couldn't get it back. Like I said, we had the more shots, and in this game especially, I don't know how I didn't get the equaliser. There was a couple chances I really should have scored. If I kept them all in, this video would have been so long. But we went straight into game 13, so we're now play 12, won 11. So If you offered me that at the start, I would have snapped your hand off for it. Like, absolutely, I'd take that. So we move on here. Nice bit of play here from the halfway line straight away to build up to this goal. We keep it really well, and then just one through ball, Rashford across goal, and look at that for a save. Luckily, we get the rebound. That save's one of the first times I've actually seen that animation. But there again, Marcus Rashford with the bridge, so nice. If it works like that did that time, it looks so beautiful. It's such a nice, simple skill move. But again, we bring it back straight away going into game... Was that game 13? Yeah, it was. And we're 2-0 up. 2-0 up at half time. I thought my opponent was going to quit. He didn't. He just made a sub. So into the second half here, and I give away a silly penalty. And it was so undeserved as well. But here we are. We're just tricking left, right. And yeah, when I do that, I always stay down the middle. And we saved it. So we've kept our 2-0 lead. And look at this here from my left back, Emerson. Again, using that bridge skill move and a couple of just the big touches. He does a little ball roll, keeps it on his left, and he puts it 3-0 up. And that runs come from my own half with my left back. Again, maybe in weekend league with that kind of player against a Mendy or a Davies, that isn't going to happen. But it gets to the 65th minute, and then this guy's like, you know what, why am I still in this game? And we get another rage quit. So that is now 13 games and 12 wins. So straight away, we just keep going. This is all in one sitting for me as well. I ended up doing this in about 4 hours, and I see that team. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be tough. It really is. Straight away, Che Adams goes through, big save, little tap in, hits the pause button. Gunners FC, see you later. 1-0 after 8 minutes. I was like, I'll take that. So we're left now needing 2 more wins, and I see this team and I'm like, it's got a solid backline, but people that use a low tier goalkeeper, I think that's where they're being let down. For me, put a good enough or at least a really tall keeper in goal, because here I just keep the ball, I just keep it away from him, and I didn't rush it. I saw the run, and if that was me there, I would have probably quit at 1-0. The way I kept the ball there, again, not being big-headed, because I'm definitely not the best FIFA player, I'm really not. But the way it was kept so well on the edge, I would not have fancied staying in that straight away. I'm like, he's just going to do this all game. But I don't. It takes me to the 37th minute to score my second. And again, we cruised through this game, to be honest with you. I mean, we kept the ball well, and half-time comes around, and it's another rage quit. So we're left here now needing 1 win. And like I said, if you offered me all those games at the start, I'd have said yes, like 100%. It just, I don't know, it was just perfect. Every game, even the games I lost, I ticked, well, the one game I lost, I was ticking off the goals. I think I'd already done them, but as I showed you there, we're now left, everything's completed, and we just need the 1 win. Hits the 18th minute, little Antonio chip, pause button is hit once again, and there you go, guys. I don't think we made it out of the first half more than 10 games. Like, maybe 5 games maximum, if that, and I think I completed fully 2 games, and 1 of them I lost. So I could have probably saved time myself, but I don't know how crucial those goals were. So, but here we are, guys. After 16 games, we got 15 wins, and that's kind of crazy how quick I've done that. But there you go, Hector Bellerin. A nice card. Again, if he didn't play for Arsenal, I wouldn't have been too bothered, I'm not going to lie. But I wanted to get him done as quick as possible. And now we can drop Lacazette back to a centre mid position, and there's our strong link in a 4-5-1. Lacazette will be off chem slightly, but it's fine. It doesn't bother me. and we then get to use that Lacazette, and I will show you the team in tomorrow's rewards potentially that I'm thinking of using. I mean, it's definitely not a meta team, it's really not, but it's players that I'm enjoying, and like I said, I've gone quite coin liquid at the moment. Icon SBCs did get released last night. I'm tempted, but I'm going to hold off until the rewards tomorrow to see what we get, to see if there's anything I can use. If not, I'll put all my rares into 81 pluses and we'll go from there basically and see what we can do, see how cheap we can do it if we do it. So it's coming up to the end of the episode here, guys, and again, another gameplay filled episode, and it's quite fun. It's quite fun to watch it back as well and see your goals. So after these 2 episodes, I'm thinking, yeah, if something like this comes out, I might put the gameplay in more often. So we're going to the final pack and we get a walkout, and it's a nice 86 rated David Silva, which he's going to go straight into the club and he'll come in handy for an SBC because he is only fodder, and that is that. But that is the end of today's episode, guys. Thank you again for your continued support. Thank you to the people that are liking the videos, commenting on the videos. It really means the world to me. So tomorrow I will have rewards on rewards day. So make sure you come back to watch that video. And until next time, guys, stay safe, have a good day, and peace.